Spiritual friendship is actually thought of as an ancient practice. Books have been written about it like back in the 1100s and stuff. But it's one of the biggest gifts that the Lord can give us, is another soul with whom we can be fully honest. Now, you don't dive into the deep end of a relationship like this, but over time, these kinds of relationships can be cultivated. And I think they are an essential guardianship to us as leaders. We have a very deep need to be known. So much in the neuroscience world, again, we're learning so much about how our sense of self even gets, that very core identity gets shaped in our relationships with others. We're made in the image of God, triune God. We are made for relationship. And when you're in a higher and higher or deeper and deeper, however you think about it, levels of responsibility with leadership, it becomes harder to get the time to build that kind of a relationship. It's harder to know who is safe to be vulnerable with in that kind of relationship, and not everyone is. But all of those are important to sort of notice and work towards that kind of relationship. It is a safeguard for our lives, for our responsibilities. And just because I realize in this moment I am a woman speaking about friendship, I want to, for the guys in the room, just make it explicit here. This is a topic that is not dressed in like boas and sparkles. It's not. If we could see spiritual friendship and what these relationships mean for our own soul's well-being and for the purposes God invites us into, we would see these in battle fatigues, okay? I mean, women, you can wear whatever feels fun, but just for the moment, it's vital for us to know in these kinds of relationships, we are contending for one another's future. We are contending. We go to battle for one another, for how each of us is responding to God and how we are allowing God into the deepest places of who we are, so that God and only God shapes and reshapes who we are at the core of our being. And when we create these relationships that are marked by openness, unagendaed vulnerability, where we are actually for each other, it might look like two women, two guys, or whomever having a conversation at a Starbucks over in the corner. But if you could see in the spirit what's going on in that conversation, you would see chains being